Well, you didn't give him his correct accolades, his proper accolades. 18th straight All-Star game, 18th straight start. Nobody can say that, Candy Skip Bayless.
Another individual.
There you go.
Okay.
What do I expect and what would I hope? Skip, we've all been in situations. Hey, man, you going to such and such? Yeah, man, I'm going to run by there and show my face for 30, 40 minutes, and then I'm going to go home. What LeBron should do. Now, he has to go, Skip. Obviously, this is an appreciation. Say, look, thank you, fans. The leading vote getter again. Thank you for making me the captain of the team. It's in Cleveland. I'm sure he still has friends. I'm sure I don't know how much family or extended family still lives in the Cleveland, Akron area. Gets an opportunity to go back and see them. Go back and see them. What should happen and what will happen, Skip, you know what should happen. LeBron dealing with the knee issue. He's missed several games because of the knee issue. He said it. It reminds me of the high ankle sprain that I had last year. It's not going to be fully healthy until the season, so I can get the proper amount of rest on that knee. What's going to happen is LeBron is going to get there. He's like, oh, man, dang, okay. Hey, Joel, Yoke and Giannis, and man, we having a good time. He's going to want to win this game, and he's going to end up playing probably more minutes than what he should. LeBron should go out there, get him about 5 minutes in to acknowledge the crowd, acknowledge the fans, thank the fans for getting him an opportunity to go back to an All-Star game, and then grab a couple of bags of ice and start icing his knees, getting ready for the second half of the season.
Yeah, that's true.
If I'm not mistaken, Skip, I think there's 24 games left, which is really short for the second half of the season. But there's 24 games. That's what he should do. What I think LeBron's going to do, he's going to want to win this game. He's won it every year since this format has been instituted, and I think he wants to keep that streak alive. And so for me, LeBron's probably going to play 30 minutes in this ball game when he probably should only play 5 and think about the back end, but that's not what he's going to do. So what LeBron's going to do is play 30 minutes, try to win this ball game, and instead of resting and getting that knee healthy. That's what he's going to do as opposed to what he should do. That's what I'm thinking he's going to do.
But if you could talk to him today, which you probably will, you will advise him to just play 5 minutes and call it a night, right?
Play just enough to acknowledge the crowd, your fans, to let them know that you appreciate them, helping you make it 18 straight starts. You do that acknowledgement, you appreciate it, and then you take a seat.
Okay. I am here to tell you, I am here to predict to you right here, right now, LeBron James is about to win All-Star MVP. MVP. This is on a silver platter for him. This is a game made for him in year 19 at age 37 because he has turned into an all-offense, no-defense type of a player. What is the All-Star game? It's all offense and no defense.
Yeah, they play a little defense late in the fourth quarter.
Maybe. His style right now, the way he is playing right now, which is astonishing to me that he's playing at this high of an offensive level in year 19.
Correct.
I think we're all in agreement. He's having as great a year 19 in just productivity as we've ever seen.
As any player in year 19 in any sport.
In any sport, you could argue, except for Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr., right?
Oh,
okay, well, you like disqualify him as an athlete. You act like he doesn't even belong in athletics, right?
Because what he's doing is not athletics.
Okay, all right, okay. That's another conversation for another day.
Okay.
The reason LeBron is going to win MVP is he knows he's highly capable of it.
Oh, yeah.
He is going, obviously, quote-unquote, home.
Right.
I'm going home. We know that.
Yeah. And normally the guy that's playing in his home arena gets the All-Star Game MVP, or they try to get it to him.
LeBron remains as popular a player as there is among opponents as there is. So the word will go around in the locker room before the game on the team that he handpicked. Let's make the king back in Cleveland, back in the Akron area. Let's make him the MVP. And I believe the word will circulate in the opposing locker room also. It's his night. It's his moment. It's his former stage. It's where he won his greatest championship, coming from 3-1 down against Golden State.
I give you that.
Okay, 2015. So why not let him have his night? And the reason LeBron is going to play high minutes, and I looked at what his highest minutes were, he's had a bunch of 30-plus minute All-Star games. He's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times he's gone over 30 minutes with a high 2014 in New Orleans. I was there, 33 minutes.
Right.
I will bet you he'll play at least 35-ish in this game, whatever it takes. And I believe in 35 minutes, he will score at least 30 points. And I would not be surprised if he gets to 40.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a 30-point trip dub.
Well, okay, it gets hard to do the triple-double because nobody's even passing the basketball,
right.
So it's hard to get assists. and I think he's going to be in full-on scoring mode. So he's still the best passer in basketball, but he's not going to be looking to do that. So to me, what he does best right here, right now, he is still the best driver of the basketball in the game. And when he gets going downhill, when he starts to freight train at about 6'9", I'm going to give him 265 right now. He is still unstoppable to the basket, especially when nobody's playing a lot of defense.
Right.
So they're going to run, they're going to fast break, they're going to cherry pick, there are going to be a lot of bunny baskets made, and he is the best still at scoring at the rim. Mm-hmm. So, again, you don't have to worry really about shooting free throws because nobody's going to really foul you at the rim.
Right.
It's going to be maybe in the last 3 minutes they will, but not before then.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Okay.
At least it's not as bad as the Pro Bowl, but it's pretty.
Right. It's not quite as bad, but it's
ain't nobody playing their defense, Skip. Ain't nobody in no chair trying to guard you.
And it's more fun to watch than the Pro Bowl because you can put on spectacular individual moves and you can have sequences that are sensational that transcend even what you can do in a Pro Bowl.
Right. And plus the guys launching threes, Steph Curry shooting threes from half court and they're going in.
Yeah.
We like that.
It's in an NBA All-Star game, in the sport of basketball, it's less obvious that nobody's playing defense because in the Pro Bowl, you're supposed to actually tackle people. And if it's clearly, glaringly obvious that nobody's even trying to tackle the guy with the ball, it's hard to watch.
Yeah, well, Skip, if nobody hits the ground, there's a good chance that no one's tackling.
That is correct. Okay, so to me, LeBron is attempting a career high by far 8 3-point shots a game. This can be a 3-point shooting contest. So I'm going to say he'll attempt 12 of those.
12?
Yep, I believe he'll shoot 12 threes because it's just what you do in the All-Star game. They're semi-break threes where you just pull up and launch.
Right.
And if he gets a little bit, he'll have stretches of hot hand where he'll make a couple, make 3.
Yeah.
If he could maybe get to 6, if he could hit 6 out of 12, that's 18 points right there. And then a lot of fast break. And he can still get up. I know he's supposed to have a swollen knee. I don't know about that. But he looked just fine the other night, right? He looked like I thought he was a tour de force in that game until the last minute. We went on and on about that yesterday. But that doesn't matter. When it was time in the fourth quarter, what did he wind up with?
15.
15. He scored 15 points. And he looked explosive. His knee appeared not to be bothering him one even tiny bit. I didn't see a wince. I didn't see any limp. He was getting up. He was slamming when it was time to slam. So can he still highlight dunk it? Sure he can.
Yeah.
Okay? So if he sucks it up, and remember now, he will have had, that was Wednesday night.
Thursday,
Friday, Saturday.
Little shoot around Saturday and then
All
Sunday.
right. So you have time to regroup. And you also know, in the back of your mind, you don't have to play until next Friday.
Correct.
So why wouldn't this be on your silver platter here? You're basically just playing one game in 10 days. Am I right?
Yeah, 1 game in 10 days. Yeah,
okay,
basically.
1 game in 10 days. So why wouldn't he just go at it as hard as he can go?
Well, that's probably what's going to happen, Skip, because he wants to win this game. He has yet to lose in this format. When he's a captain, the other guy's a captain, you pick the teams. He has yet to lose in this format. He wants to continue that. LeBron does not like to lose, but it's again, Skip, I'm just going by to show my face. I'm only going to stay 30, 40 minutes. And then all of a sudden I get that, I start seeing a couple of friends, I start having a good time, 30, 40 minutes turn into 2 or 3 hours. Well, he's probably going to say, hey, guys, man, hey, I'm just going to go in there, hey, show my face, my appreciation. And then he hits, like you said, okay, we start the game. I hit 2 threes off the rip. I drive to the basket, get me 2 dunks. Okay, so now I got 10 points. Okay.
Here we go.
I'm 2 minutes into the game, but I got 10 points.
I got 10 points on the way to.
I might as well go on and stay a while now.
Yeah, why not? Okay. So my point is, the fix will be in, and I put quotes around fix because everybody will want him to have super highways to the basket. And I'm not saying they're throwing the game. I'm just saying we've seen it before.
Yeah, normally the guy, if there's an all-star and the game is in his hometown, a la Anthony Davis in New Orleans, I think it was New Orleans or Chicago. It might have been New Orleans, where he got 52.
I think it was in New Orleans.
He scored 50.
2014.
Yeah, he had an NBA record, All-Star game record, 52 points. That's not an accident.
No. And in my history of going to the All-Star games, dating all the way back to the early 80s, it seemed like every year they said, there was even a year, Tom Chambers in Seattle. It's like, let's make him the MVP. Really? Tom Chambers is the MVP? Yeah, he is.
Exactly.
Okay, whoever it is, whoever has a connection, it might not be his home city that he's playing in, it might be where he's from. Whoever it is. Well, doesn't this make sense? It's got to be LeBron.
I'm in Cleveland.
Okay, it just makes sense. Okay, so now here's my big picture on LeBron's career. And we're going to really get into this a little later in the show because your man, Rich Paul, the agent, obviously very close with LeBron, is making the case that LeBron's road to where he is now has been at least as hard as Michael Jordan's road was to get where he got to in the end.
Yes.
And I disagree with that, but we'll leave that for later.
Okay.
But the point is that LeBron is now obsessed with making as big a case as he can make that he is the GOAT. You say it's over, he is the GOAT. I think that's just the biggest bunch of balderdash I've ever heard. But the point is, he can't catch him in finals. And it's looking less likely that LeBron's ever going to have a shot at winning another finals as we speak, because next year is going to be year 20, and then it's going to be year 21.
And Tom Brady won in year 22.
Okay, but you just told me that it's unfair that he's not even playing a sport, that he's playing a position called quarterback in which you can actually rise above the sport because you can get rid of the football and not even get hit.
Well, because he played the position, Skip, that his athletic ability wasn't the reason why he succeeded.
Okay. Well, obviously, you can't play NBA basketball without some athletic ability. And even as it wanes, as it declines, you still have to have enough left in your tank to do what LeBron
Especially
is doing.
what he does. He's a big, Skip. You saw Kareem get the rebound. They wait for him to get up the court. He go get down on the block. Magic dump it down to him. Okay. He throw the sky hook.
Okay, throw the sky hook. Obviously, Michael Jordan went 6-0 in the finals with 6 MVPs. It's hard to compete with that, especially when you're now 4 and 6 in the finals.
Right.
And it's looking dim that you're ever going to win another one. Maybe the skies will open and the Lakers will acquire somebody else. We're going to talk about Anthony Davis. Is he even worth it anymore?
Right.
Did they make a mistake acquiring him? They got a bubble championship out of it in his first year. But the point is, it's looking more and more dismal looking ahead over the next couple of years to what LeBron's got left.
Right.
Because I'm not even sure at this point, without AD for the next month, I'm not sure they can make the playoffs. I just don't know about that. Okay, so what does LeBron need to do to compete for GOAT status? Well, he needs, obviously, accolades, individual achievements. He needs solo accomplishments that scream GOAT in totality, where you can just build them up. You can stack them on top of each other. He did this. What did you just say? He's starting his 18th straight All-Star game. Nobody can say that. Individual accolade. It's a hill of beans to me. It doesn't matter.
Hold on, Skip. What are 5 MVPs?
Okay, good. You got that going for you.
Jordan. That's what Jordan had. Jordan had a lot of individual accolades.
Okay, so you have a chance right here, right now, in year 19 to lead the NBA in scoring. Am I right?
Yeah.
Because for a while he wasn't qualified because he hadn't played enough games.
He's qualified now.
Okay, now he's qualified.
He's third,
well,
right?
He's third, but he's only a half point off Embiid, who had 42 last night, but he's only a half point behind him. It's 29.6 to 29.1.
With Giannis in the middle at 29.3 or 4.
Correct. So right now it's a horse race, man, because he's right in the race.
Right.
Well, what have we been seeing from LeBron? He's playing high minutes on a nightly basis. Win, lose, or draw, it doesn't really matter because they're 4 games under 500. Well, nobody will remember. Let's just do the worst-case scenario. What if they miss the playoffs this year and LeBron leads the league in scoring? Well, you'll be crowing. You'll be pounding your side of the table. Did you see what he did in year 19? He led the NBA in scoring.
It would be a huge accomplishment, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's just like Tom Brady. Tom Brady led the league in passing and in touchdowns. But what did he get him?
Okay.
At the end of the day,
but he's not trying to convince.
He tried to.
He's not trying to convince anybody he's the GOAT. No, but he is the GOAT.
Okay, but I'm saying,
and it's hands down, no debate.
But let me ask you a
game
question.
over.
Did they go out this year and consciously try to get Tom Brady the MVP?
No. Heck no. I mean, you say that. They just did what they do.
And what did it get him?
Well, it got him all the way to the second round of the playoffs,
That ain't good
right?
enough. That ain't good enough.
Okay, well, it got him scoring 24 straight unanswered points against the eventual NFL champion, right?
It got him retired, unretired. I'm thinking about retired. No, I'm good.
27 all against the Los Angeles Rams.
No.
It got him to within
Super Bowl champs, Los Angeles Rams. They're not just the same Rams.
I just said they're
Super Bowl
the champs. I just said that.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Well, the point was it took one ridiculous play for the Rams to escape that game. They call a decoy route for Cooper Bleepin Cup, and for some reason, the Bucs are blitzing, but they're not blitzing, and some guys get the call and some don't. And Murphy Bunning's coming out of the slot. He was supposed to cover Cooper Kupp in the slot, and he kind of blitzes, and then he stops. I don't know what happened, and Cooper Kupp runs right by Antoine Winfield, and it's a touchdown.
Right.
Or not a touchdown. It's
big
game over.
play you got.
44 yards.
So, in other words, you're saying you believe LeBron will get the MVP, but what should he do?
No, I'm saying he needs it. He needs individual accolades to stack to make the anti-Jordan.
Man,
case.
ain't nobody talking about no MVP.
Remember, what have I told you 1,000 times on the show? Jordan won 10 scoring titles to LeBron's 1.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this would help your case a little bit.
No, it
if
wouldn't,
won.
because let that sink in for a second. Michael Jordan won 10 scoring titles. LeBron has won 1, but LeBron is on the cusp of being the all-time greatest scorer in NBA history. Let that sink in. Now, here's a guy that's going...
That's just a pure longevity award, just because he's played so long, and he's been mostly Iron Man until now.
But here's a guy that's going to be top 10 in assists, might be top 7 or 8 in assists, and have 40,000 points.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else that's in the top... Who else is in the top 5 of scoring, the top 6, top 7 of scoring, can say they even in the top 20 in assists?
Okay. So I don't care, because all this camouflages all the flaws, because the flaws are game over.
Everybody had flaws.
Not like this guy has flaws. This guy's got big flaws, and it starts with what are called free throws. Free, as in you can have this. Nobody's going to guard you from 15 feet. He's a 73% career free throw shooter. It's horrible by superstar standards. And as we see again and again and again, he runs from the late game free throw line because he knows he's got the demons. There's some Ben Simmons going on in LeBron as we speak.
But see, what you do is that if he plays a good fourth quarter, you'll deduce it down to a play or to seconds in a ball game when you've never done that for anybody else. As long as they play great in the fourth quarter, somebody somebody goes 8, what LeBron can do, LeBron can go 9 or 10 from the field in the fourth quarter, and you'll talk about the one miss if it came within a minute of the end of the ball game.
Okay, but it's called closing time, and he's not a closer.
So what is the fourth quarter? They don't play the fourth quarter, first quarter.
Okay, he was really good until the final minute, and then all of a sudden...
the final minute.
When the pressure mounted and the game was up for grabs against a team that was a 5-point favorite, it's time to close it. And after he made 2 big threes with like 3 minutes left and 2 minutes left, then all of a sudden he's got a little fadeaway in the lane and he misses it badly. That was the dagger. That was the dagger.
Come on, Skip. You see what you did? Skip, you see what you did?
No, I didn't do anything. I just spit facts.
Let me ask you a question. If he doesn't get those 15 points, what good is anything anybody else did?
Okay, we're talking about you saying he's the GOAT. I say he is the phony GOAT.
So I just want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly.
Well, I want to hear you correctly because you keep ducking and dodging.
What?
Did he not run from the free throw line on the inbounds pass? It's the silliest thing I've ever seen. He tries to shrink and duck and hide in the middle of the floor like, I don't want the ball. I don't want the ball. That's where the superstar, that's where the GOAT, that's where the Jordan runs to the side out of bounds and says, give me the basketball so they'll foul me so I can go close the game.
But here's the thing.
And Russell Westbrook went and got the ball.
Because here's the thing. They ran the play for Malik Monk.
Why wouldn't they run it for LeBron James?
Because they ran it for Malik Monk. Malik gets trapped by a guy. Conley sees Russ. Conley leaves LeBron, goes to Russ. LeBron says, okay, give me the ball. There's nobody on me. Russ holds it. To Russ' credit, he's not the greatest free throw shooter, but in that moment, he stepped to the line. He made both of the free throws.
It was the most courageous act. It was the greatest thing Russ has done all season in a disaster of a season for your Lakers.
But if LeBron doesn't go crazy in the fourth quarter, none of that matters.
I got that.
Because that's what you said. Now, see, just remember now what you said Saturday night. LeBron laid an egg. You say it was the worst fourth quarter you had ever seen him play. He was 1 for 10 with 3 turnovers. Okay, now on the flip side, he goes and gives you 15, 3, and 2, now you deduce, it's not the fourth quarter, you deduce it down to a minute.
Yeah, it was the minute of the game. Well, it was.
The last minute doesn't even matter.
He has run from the late game free throw line his whole career. I first guessed this in 2005 on Cold Pizza. You can check the tape. He still does it. It's just a flaw, and it's a disqualifier from the GOAT conversation.
No, it's not a disqualifier. The numbers will say. Shaq said if LeBron James breaks Kareem's record, I don't know what we're talking about.
LeBron will win All-Star MVP, and he might only shoot 2 free throws in the game because you just don't shoot.
They don't shoot free throws anywhere. But here's the thing, Skip. Nobody's talking about it. Look, Kobe has 4. I think Jordan has 3. LeBron has 3. I don't in fact no All-Star game MVPs and determining.
Just wait until Sunday night.
No.
All you'll hear, the sports world will be abuzz about LeBron won MVP in year 19.
I'm not factoring in no All-Star game MVP into determining how great a player. Be it baseball, football, basketball, hockey.
You'll sing a different tune.
Skip, that's an All-Star game. Ain't nobody really playing.
Yeah. How many times have you said, but he's been the MVP 3 times or whatever?
I ain't never used no All-Star game MVP. That's nothing. They're not even playing.
Well, there are a lot of blind witnesses out there, and they will be.
Especially now in football. At least they used to tackle back in the day or tried to block a punt or a kick.
Yeah.
But not now. But I'm not using that. What I hope to happen and what will happen are probably 2 different things. I hope he would go get 5 minutes in and then start the treatment on that knee to get ready for the second half of the season. What probably will happen is that he's going to play 30 minutes and try to win this ball game. And in the process, you might be right. He might win the MVP. But what will happen and what I want to happen, those are 2 different things.
He's got to get that knee ready to miss the playoffs.
You just told yesterday that he was going to make the playoffs.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.